Our plight.
Sounds splendid. Whatever it is the Falthi want, we're the ones who decide what we do. No one ever said.
Skipping all the cutscenes. All the cutscenes. Hold on, give me a second. Just want to make sure you can hear me. Skipping all the cutscenes. Terrible. Oh, terrible. First of all,
I'm the one you want! I'm the one you want! Much appreciated!
Take this! You're going down! Take down the enemy!
Ellie.
I'm the one you want!
Thanks. Take down the enemy. Let's wrap this up. Now. Thanks. Thank you.
Come on, then!
Turn the tide! Let's wrap this up!
feel like have solidarity, protection. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Come on then. Yeah.
Turn the tide! Let's wrap this up!
Come on then.
Now! Thank you. Turn the tide!
This is awesome.
As critics raise questions about his connection to the Trump administration. Fired inspectors general from the Departments of Defense and Health and Human Services discussed the lack of oversight of the Trump administration's policy initiatives. And President Trump's threats to take the Panama Canal by force call attention to how it fits into global trade and how climate change could alter its future.
The tolls have been increased because of a straight-up capitalist supply and demand issue. There's less water, there's changing rainfall, therefore they've charged more.
Major funding for the PBS NewsHour has been provided by
Cunard is a proud supporter of public television. On a voyage with Cunard, the world awaits. A world of flavor, diverse destinations, and immersive experiences. A world of leisure and British style. All with Cunard's White Star service.
In 1995, two friends set out to make wireless coverage accessible to all. With no long-term contracts, nationwide coverage, and 100% US-based customer support. Consumer Cellular. Freedom calls.
The Charles F. Kettering Foundation, working to advance inclusive democracies. Learn more at kettering.org.
the Judy and Peter Bloom Kovler Foundation, upholding freedom by strengthening democracies at home and abroad. The Walton Family Foundation, working for solutions to protect water during climate change so people and nature can thrive together. Supported by the John D. and Kathleen T. MacArthur Foundation, committed to building a more just, verdant, and peaceful world. More information at macfound.org. And with the ongoing support of these institutions. This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
I'm Vanessa Ruiz in for Stephanie Tsai with NewsHour West. Here are the latest headlines. President Donald Trump today denounced Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as a dictator as he tried to pressure Kyiv to accept the terms of a deal to end the war. It comes a day after Mr. Trump falsely claimed that Ukraine started the war. Ali Rogan has the latest.
Today, a war of words between two allies. President Donald Trump lashing out online against Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. In a scathing paragraph filled with falsehoods, Trump called the wartime leader a dictator without elections, and that he better move fast if he is not going to have the country left. Elections in Ukraine have been delayed since April of last year due to the Russian-Ukraine war, which enters its fourth year next week. Trump's comment stirred a global reaction. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who is hoping to be re-elected this Sunday, said calling Zelensky a dictator is, quote, dangerous and false.
And dickish.
Trump also accused Zelensky of boosting the U.S. into sending billions of dollars in military aid.
Unfortunately, Trump lives in this disinformation space.
Right.
Just hours after Zelensky publicly criticized Trump for repeating Russian talking points. In particular, the notion that Ukraine bears responsibility for Russia's invasion. And just yesterday in Saudi Arabia, talks between the U.S. and Russia resumed, a stark shift in a U.S. policy that for years sought to isolate Russian President Vladimir Putin.
All of this definitely does not have a positive impact on Ukraine. I think Putin and Russia are really happy because they're involved in the discussions. And yesterday, there were signals that they were.
For his part, Putin praised the outcome of yesterday's meeting and said he looked forward to meeting President Trump soon.
The goal of our negotiations is restoration of Russia-U.S. relations. Without increasing the level of trust between Russia and the U.S., it is impossible to solve many issues, including the Ukraine crisis.
It's now or never!
All this as Trump's special envoy to Ukraine and Russia arrived in Ukraine's capital.
It's good to be back again.
Keith Kellogg spent his day in meetings with Zelensky, as well as
now or never!
For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Ali Rogan.
In the day's other headlines, Brazil's former president, Jair Bolsonaro, has been formally charged with attempting a coup to stay in office after losing the 2022 election. Brazil's top prosecutor also alleges Bolsonaro planned to poison his successor and kill a Supreme Court judge. The nearly 300-page indictment said Bolsonaro and his co-conspirators tried to bring down the system of the powers of the democratic order. In a statement, the 69-year-old pushed back, calling the indictment the weaponization of the justice system. Hours after the indictment, President Trump's media company took the unusual step of suing one of the judges in the case, alleging he illegally issued orders that suspended certain conservative social media accounts in the U.S. Trump and Bolsonaro are long-standing political allies. The Trump administration is ordering New York City to stop its congestion pricing system. The program launched last month and charges drivers $9 to enter areas south of Central Park. Supporters argue that it reduces traffic and helps the environment. Critics say it hurts the city's small businesses. President Trump today declared victory over the program, which he has long criticized. In a Truth Social post that was then reposted on X by his deputy chief of staff, Trump wrote that congestion pricing is dead, Manhattan and all of New York is saved, long live the king. His subordinate added the image of him.
Actually say that.
Governor Kathy Hochul fired back, saying that New Yorkers don't back down in a fight.
New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years. We are not. We sure as hell are not going to start now.
New York's Metropolitan Transportation Authority has filed a lawsuit challenging the federal order. The MTA manages the tolls from the program. President Trump signed an executive order late this evening that seeks to block federal taxpayer resources for undocumented migrants. And meanwhile, the Health and Human Services Department announced today also that the federal government will recognize only two sexes, male and female. The new policy is also aimed at keeping men from participating in women's sports. The Trump administration is formally designating 8 Latin American gangs and cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. and they include the MS-13 group from El Salvador, as well as 6 groups from Mexico that include the notorious Sinaloa cartel. The classification is usually reserved for organizations like Al-Qaeda or the Islamic State that use violence for political gain, but the Trump administration argues that the international reach of the gangs and their illicit activities warrant the designation. And at least 2 people are dead after 2 small single-engine planes collided midair this morning at an Arizona airport. The airport is an uncontrolled field, meaning it does not have an operating air traffic control tower. One of the planes was able to land uneventfully, according to the NTSB. The agency says it has launched an investigation. Meantime, the U.S. aviation sector earlier today asked Congress for robust emergency funding for air traffic control technology. Groups representing industry heavyweights like Boeing and several major airlines sent a letter to lawmakers today requesting money to support hiring and new technology. It comes amid a persistent shortage of air traffic controllers, warnings about outdated systems, and a series of recent crashes. The polar vortex that has affected much of the country is fueling a winter storm that is headed toward the East Coast. Temperatures have been so cold they have frozen waves along the shores of Lake Michigan. From Montana to the Gulf Coast, nearly 90 million people are under alerts for extreme cold. This latest winter storm will bring snow and freezing rain across parts of the Tennessee and Ohio valleys and the mid-Atlantic. That storm has already dumped snow in places like Missouri. And in Kentucky, where 14 people died from floods last weekend, Governor Andy Beshear said the snow will only add to the concerns.
The challenge here is the hardest hit areas of the flood could get another 3 to 4 inches tonight. If the snow wasn't tough enough, it's cold right now. It's going to get dangerously cold tonight and into tomorrow.
Now there is relief in sight. Temperatures are expected to climb back above freezing across nearly all the affected areas by the weekend. The 86-year-old white man who just last week pleaded guilty to shooting a black teenager when he rang the wrong doorbell has died. Andrew Lester pleaded guilty last Friday to second-degree assault in the 2023 shooting of then 16-year-old Ralph Yarl. Yarl ended up at Lester's house by mistake after mixing up the streets where he was due to pick up his siblings. Lester faced up to 7 years in prison and was scheduled to be sentenced March 7th. Prosecutors gave no details on
He died in jail.
Yarl survived the shooting, and the honor student is now a freshman at Texas A&M.
Oh, he's an honor student?
So to come
That's
on the News
fucking
Hour,
crazy.
the supposed accidental firing of USDA employees fighting the bird flu outbreak raises questions about the response. A transgender Navy pilot speaks out on the Trump administration's opposition to trans people in the U.S. military. And Judy Woodruff examines what history tells us about polarization and how it could lead to a more unified nation.
This is the PBS NewsHour from the David M. Rubenstein studio at WETA in Washington, and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.
Wait, do I have anything that allows me to like?
Within days of taking
I
office,
don't.
President Trump fired more than 17 inspectors general across the federal government. It's already resulted in a lawsuit challenging the legality of the dismissals and continued protests outside federal agency buildings, like outside the Department of Health and Human Services today. Our White House correspondent, Laura Barone Lopez, has more.
Jeff, 8 of those fired inspectors general are now suing the Trump administration, seeking to be reinstated to their positions. These independent government watchdogs are a key check on waste, fraud, and abuse. To discuss the impact, I'm joined by 2 of the top watchdogs fired by the president. Richard Grimm, former Inspector General for the Department of Health and Human Services, and Robert Storch, former Inspector General for the Department of Defense. Thank you both for being here with me today. You were both fired on a Friday night, and the White House said that it was terminating you and other IGs due to changing priorities. Rob, did that language stick out to you?
It did. It's a great question. Because, you know, administrations come and go, right? And they all have their own priorities, and that's fine. Elections have consequences. IGs, however, are nonpartisan, independent watchdogs. So whatever the priorities of the administration may be, we do independent oversight to look for waste, fraud, and abuse, and to ensure that the programs and operations of the departments we oversee are economical, that they're efficient, that they're effective. So that stuck out from the very beginning.
Christy, your and Rob's inspectors general offices are two of the largest across the federal government. But when it comes to health and human services, what are some of the examples of abuse and fraud that you investigated over the last few years, and how does your work impact the public?
We would oversee programs run out of the FDA, the Center for Disease Control, National Institutes of Health, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and some of the waste, fraud, abuse work that we've done. We do work looking at abuse, neglect in nursing homes. So the work we did is protecting a family member that you might have living in a nursing home. One case is coming to mind in Tennessee, where we investigated a nursing home chain, a large nursing home chain, and we found that the services they were providing were worthless, and they were, nursing home residents were incurring harm, medication errors, not turning for bed ulcers, not providing the wound care that is necessary. So these residents were found in beds soaked with urine. So it touches every American. The HHS programs that we oversee and the work we did really did protect people and programs.
Rob, last year at the Department of Defense, you found that $1 billion worth of equipment like shoulder-fired missiles, kamikaze drones, and more that were sent to Ukraine were not properly tracked. That's just one example, but what are others that your office investigated?
So in the Ukraine area, for instance, we did something more than 4 dozen reports, programmatic oversight, looking at all aspects of U.S. security assistance to Ukraine. The example you mentioned is a great one, because those are amongst the most sensitive items that the United States gave to Ukraine. And we made significant findings. This will be quick. It wasn't a real challenge. Tracking that stuff appropriately. We made recommendations to help them to improve. And then in our later reporting, we found that the critical point is if I and my team had been seen as partisan or advancing whatever the administration's agenda was, we never would have been able to do that hard-hitting work.
As you both have said, you looked at abuse, fraud, waste. Elon Musk's team, the Department of Government Efficiency, is claiming that they're uncovering fraud, waste, and abuse. The same things both of you did in your role. So, Christy, how does those work different?
Let's wrap this up. The missions, the stated missions sound very similar. In order to prove a criminal case, that takes a long time. There are many steps from beginning to end. The work that we do is grounded in standards that govern how audits are done, investigations are done, evaluations are done. And it is painstaking and rigorous, the work that's put together, so that we may have the credibility that we have to make recommendations. And so the independence piece is also important here, because in order for us to do work that isn't viewed as partisan, we need that independence. We're not an arm of the private. We don't implement policy. We point out where things aren't going well. We point out error rates. We recommend correction of payments. We identify where their safeguards aren't working to protect people.
In fact, the chair of the council of this type of study actually reached out to those to try to engage with about what we do, because if you're interested in waste, fraud, and abuse, that's what our offices go after, right, and have gone after for years. And so he never heard back.
But speaking of Doge and Elon Musk's SpaceX spacecraft company, as well as Starlink, the satellite company, have billions worth of defense contracts, and his team is also leading mass firings that are about to hit the Pentagon as early as this week. What's the risk, Rob, of a weakened Inspector General office as Elon Musk's team is taking over that agency?
I obviously can't comment on any specifics, but what I would say is, having been a prosecutor a long time and then in the IG community, is the problem with this is that they pervert and select. What we all want as Americans is to know that when decisions are made by government, it's made and the problem with conflicts of interest, wherever they occur, is that they change that calculus. Okay? And that's why
Give it your best shot.
So, you asked about how cuts would affect an ID office. I want to point to Medicare and Medicaid. Together, combined spending is circa $1.7 billion. You need smart auditors, experienced auditors, investigators. Healthcare programs are incredibly complex. And to have these specialties that know the programs that closely are part of the department, but we're independent, but we have connectivity to those programs in detail. It allows us to do work that is hard-hitting to deliver hard truths. And if you're
give it your best shot
without regard, and get rid of these watchdogs and work for them, I think for savings programs, including oversight for Medicare and Medicaid.
When you take all of these actions together that we're talking about, firing more than 17 inspectors general,
give it your
what
best
do you
shot.
think it would mean for the long-term ability of officers like the ones that you led to provide a check on power?
It's deeply problematic. The message that gets sent is that there's not effectiveness and oversight that we should talk about.
We're the eyes and ears of the public, and it's important to remember.
Give it your best shot.
So
Careful
these
now.
are the kinds of things that, Americans,
Got your back.
taxpayers, need to know about what I do.
It's a great Rob. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Give it your best shot.
The federal judge overseeing the corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams held a hearing today about the Trump Justice Department's sudden decision to drop the case. That reversal prompted 7 federal prosecutors to resign in protest last week and has further plunged the mayor's administration.
I hate that this happened.
Today is joining us now. So, William, what was the judge trying to determine?
Jeff, it was this incredibly striking scene for a federal courthouse. On one side of the room, you had the prosecutor,
Muddies the waters, you know.
the U.S. Department of Justice, and on the other side of the defendant's table was the mayor of New York City. And in this case, they both wanted the exact same thing, which is for this very serious corruption case against the mayor to simply go away. And the judge in this case, Judge Dale Ho, wanted to know why. And so he peppered a series of questions to the Deputy Attorney General, Emil Bovee, about why he drops the case. And Bovee made the argument that he's made in the past, that this was not about the merits of the case. Instead, he argued that this case was brought for political reasons because Adams once criticized President Biden, and that this case impinged on Adams' ability to do his job, specifically to enforce immigration laws. And it was that argument that set off this revolt that you mentioned and all these resignations. In fact, one of those resigned prosecutors alleged that there was a quid pro quo here, that Adams had been told, we'll drop this case if you get on board with Trump's immigration crackdown. So that's what happened today.
Did the judge get into the substance of that quid pro quo allegation?
He did. He put the mayor under oath and asked him very specifically, were you offered anything in exchange for this case going away? Were you threatened at all? The mayor said he was not. What the judge does with that information is unclear. The judge was very clear that he only has a pretty narrow lane here. I mean, the prosecutors have said, we don't want this case to go forward. It seems hard to understand how the judge could force them to prosecute this case. So the judge said, look, he wasn't going to shoot from the hip. He did not issue a ruling on this today. He asked for some patience going forward.
So even if this case goes away, William, there are still questions about Mayor Adams' political future, isn't that right?
That's exactly right. The governor of New York, Democrat Kathy Hochul, has said she has the power to remove him, and she's debating whether or not to do that. She had meetings all day yesterday with state and local officials, consulting with them about this. 4 senior members of the mayor's staff and deputy mayors quit this week. It's hard to overstate how much turmoil there is in the mayor's office right now. Mayor Adams has said all along he's innocent, he's going to stay in this, and he's going to run for re-election, but now it's up to the governor to determine whether or not he can.
Certainly more to come. William Brangham in New York City for us tonight. William, thank you.
You're welcome, Jeff.
The Trump administration says it plans to roll out a new strategy against the bird flu. There are few details, but officials say the plan is aimed at trying to minimize the slaughter of chickens when the disease strikes a flock. And that's in order to bring rising egg prices down. The administration's first moves have raised concerns, including what it says was an accidental firing of several employees who work on bird flu. The USDA says it's rehiring them. More than 150 million poultry have been affected since 2022, and 58 people are confirmed to have been sickened by it. 1 person has died. For more, let's bring in epidemiologist Caitlin Genelita, who writes the popular Substack newsletter, Your Local Epidemiologist. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about this new strategy the Trump administration says it's considering, stressing vaccinations and tighter biosecurity. What difference could that make?
Yeah, so livestock vaccination actually has been a strategy that's been seriously talked about for a while now. And like any policy decision, there's pros and there's cons. One of the biggest is the trade implications, right? So many countries don't accept poultry that is vaccinated. In fact, us in the United States don't accept poultry from other countries like Mexico because it has been vaccinated. So trade implications. The second is biosecurity, right? If we start vaccinating all of our poultry, this increases the probability of seeing asymptomatic spread among birds. I also know that medications have been mentioned. However, these are far more risky than, for example, vaccinations because antivirals can lead to viral resistance. And this actually happened in China when they dumped a ton of antivirals into chicken feed in the 2000s. So these methods, they cost a lot of time, they cost money, and we really need to weigh the pros and the cons of each.
And is that why it's been so difficult to stop the spread of avian flu, bird flu?
Yeah, I mean, it's been difficult because of these hard implication factors. Also, it just spreads really rapidly among birds, it's highly contagious, and it has a very high fatality rate.
So right now when bird flu hits a flock, the prescribed way to address it is the mass slaughtering of those chickens, of those birds. Why is that the approach?
This is called culling, and again, it's the process of mass killing of poultry, for example, and it's done for a few reasons. One is that bird flu is incredibly contagious and very deadly for animals, right? And it can be more humane to kill them all at once than letting them slowly get sick and die. It can also be economically efficient, as poultry farmers can't repopulate with new birds until they get rid of all the sick birds. And so this administration has talked about, even beyond vaccination, setting up perimeters for quarantine. However, the feasibility of these under massive agricultural operations is unclear.
Well, as we mentioned, USDA says it accidentally fired the officials who are working on bird flu and is now trying to rehire them. Even before that, there were concerns about information not being provided by this administration, or in some cases being removed from websites. What level of concern do you have about this?
I mean, I have a lot of concern, right? The employees over at USDA, as well as FDA, as well as CDC, they're all getting cut right now. And these are the eyes and the ears of biosecurity and health risks in the United States. And the less staff, the less resources we have, the harder it'll get to get this H5N1 as well as all the other health threats out there under control and to prevent a pandemic.
What about the potential that this virus could mutate and pose an even greater risk?
There is definitely the possibility that this virus can mutate, and we are seeing that it is mutating. Every time this virus jumps from animal to animal or animal to human, it has the possibility to change, to mutate. And if that happens, it also has the possibility to become more easily transmissible or spread more easily human to human. And when that happens, it hasn't happened yet, but if that happens, then we start seeing an epidemic or even a pandemic that I know a lot of us just don't want to see again. And this is particularly concerning during the flu season that we have right now, because if the same person is infected with the seasonal flu at the same time as one, say a farm worker or farm operator, those genes can easily switch very quickly, and we can also see a mutation. Flu is always very random. We always keep one eye open because it can change incredibly rapidly.
How does bird flu present differently in humans than, say, the seasonal flu virus?
Right, so there's some similarities, but what we're seeing is that at least of the about 70 farm workers that have been infected, or those that have sick poultry in their backyard, tend to have a lot of red eyes. They also seem to have a fever like we see with the flu, and we are seeing severe disease, so those turning into respiratory symptoms and ending up in the hospital. But really those red eyes is what differentiates it the most.
Caitlin Genelita of the popular Substack newsletter, your local epidemiologist. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You looking at me?
President Trump's executive order barring transgender people from serving openly in the military is now being weighed in federal court. The judge in the case appears to express doubt that the ban could be justified as necessary to improve military readiness.
Bobbing and weaving.
Among the executive orders that Trump signed last month was one stating that transgender Americans cannot satisfy the rigorous standards necessary for military service, and that the Pentagon must move to change the policy allowing them to serve. One of those who could be affected by that is now Commander Emily Shilling is a decorated Navy pilot with over 60 combat missions and high-risk work as a test pilot. She's also transgender and the lead plaintiff in one of the legal challenges against the Trump executive order. Commander, thank you for joining us. Secretary Hegseth still has about a week or so to meet the policy and exactly define what it will do. But as we wait for that, have you seen any effects from this executive order, either yourself personally or in the military?
Yeah, Lisa, first, thank you for having us on tonight. These views are my own and do not necessarily reflect those of the U.S. Navy or the Department of Defense. You know, so far, we have thousands of transgender troops currently serving in our armed forces today, and they are deployed across the world, embedded in units today. And these executive orders and the discussion around transgender service has an immediate effect on them. From overzealous commanders who are taking executive orders
How can they claim that with their current service?
just a detriment to the morale of these individuals and their ability to focus on the mission that they've signed up to volunteer for.
You are the lead plaintiff in this lawsuit. What are you asking for? What would you like to happen?
You know, I just want to keep serving. I have served for nearly 20 years. I'm a combat aviator, test pilot, and I've served with honor and distinction. And all I'm asking is for myself and the thousands of other transgender troops just like me to be allowed to continue to do what we want to do, which is serve the American public.
President Trump has said that this is about the culture of the military and readiness. Here's what he told Republicans last month.
And next, to ensure that we have the most lethal fighting force in the world, we will get transgender ideology the hell out of our military. It's going to be grand.
Commander, how do you respond to that?
You know, the first thing that you learn as an officer and a leader is the first rule of leadership is to take care of your people. That means take care of all of your people. And when you take care of your people, you have an effective combat-ready force. We don't necessarily get to choose who's going to volunteer to serve our nation. We are a melting pot in America, and our armed forces represent that great diversity of our country.
Now, those who support the ban have said that they want to some criticism that the military and use to exclude
Bobbing and weaving.
like maybe severe asthma through a lot. Do you think that that's at all a legitimate argument here, and what is your response?
Yeah, Lisa, sure, there are other medical conditions and healthcare that preclude people from this. But 73% of us,
Follow the old guy's lead.
transgender individuals are senior enlisted in the military that they've been in for over 12 years. When somebody injures their knee or injures their back, we send them for health care. And they're down for a little bit of time and we give them health care they need, but we return them to combat and return them to the force. It's the same case in this instance. People just need health care, and it's our duty to give them that and return them home.
I want to talk about a bigger picture issue here, which is DEI as well, which sort of overlaps with some of these executive orders. And conservatives have said that when there's too much focus on identities, that it leads to a less unified military force. How do you see the role of DEI, which President Trump has said cannot be enforced in the military and other agencies? And how do you see that role? Did the military ever go too far with that, with all the trainings, or is it useful? How do you see that?
But first, let's say what DEI stands for. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And when you actually say the word, you realize what we're trying to do. We're trying to create an environment where our service members feel like they belong, that they're with their battle buddies, that they're with somebody they can trust and count on when they're in the foxhole. When you create an inclusive environment for others, they bring their whole self. If they have to leave some portion of them at home, you're only getting 80% of the individual. When they're allowed to bring all of themselves, they end up being better service members, and they end up being better leaders. For myself, when I was able to start showing up to work as my full self, across the board, I got better reviews, I excelled as a leader, and actually I ended up promoting to commander with merit reorder to #1 as a transgender woman in the U.S. Navy.
You are a decorated service member. You operate at a very high level. But what can you tell us about those thousands of other transgender members of the service? I could see conservatives saying, oh, Commander Schilling isn't acceptable.
Yeah, so transgender individuals are no different than any other American. We're going to have those individuals who excel. We have those that are mediocre. We are no different. But across the board, the thing that stands out is how resilient these service members are. Think about how hard it is to come into the service or to come out as transgender in the current environment. Aren't those the type of people that you want to go into combat for you? That amount of courage and that amount of bravery just to be who they are and to show up fully?
In our last half minute or so, you are a military leader, you're a combat veteran. What do you think is the military right now in the direction of which it is?
I think it's perfect. We have allowed individuals to serve from all different teams, all different backgrounds. And every single time that we have tried to exclude a group of individuals, whether it's by race, religion, gender, we have always been changing gears. The same arguments made time and time again. And we're going to have to learn that those same arguments are false ones.
Commander Emily Schilling, thank you.
Changing the play.
President Trump has made repeated claims about the Panama Canal since returning to office, including his contention that China operates it, and he even threatened to take it back. Economics correspondent Paul Salman looks at some of the history of the canal and the facts surrounding its operation.
The Panama Canal, key link between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, handling about 5% of all global maritime trade, the U.S. its biggest user. It's now a focal target of the president.
We lost 38,000 people building the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made. China's running the Panama Canal. We're going to take it back, or something very powerful is going to happen.
So, does or doesn't the president have a point? Well, let's start with a bit of history. The canal was built by the U.S. from 1904 to 2014. Why? So we wouldn't need separate Navy fleets for replacement.
It's a cost savings to the country because we can navigate the canal back and forth in the Pacific. And that's why Congress made the investment, implemented the trade, and
the U.S. spent over $3 billion at the time, billions in today's dollars. And the president says thousands of American lives were lost building the canal.
Estimated probably somewhere around 500 or 600 Americans may have perished. We know there were thousands and thousands of imported workers from all over the world, particularly Barbados, Jamaica, the West Indies, that did a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of the day-to-day labor. Those folks, unfortunately, a lot of them died in Panama.
The U.S., by treaty, did own the canal, though, and the 10-mile zone next to it. Why give them away?
It was the United States as a self-contained entity there. It really was a worker's paradise. People got incredibly well paid there. All Americans, those people were getting paid 3 or 4 times there in the canal zone what they were making in the United States, almost all of it tax-free. So the Panamanians were locked out. And it was a sore spot, not just for the United States in terms of foreign policy, but certainly for the Panamanians who lived just across the street and saw this incredible world that they lived in. 1947, even Harry Truman said, why don't we get out of Panama gracefully before we get kicked out?
Panama Canal, people forget, was really symbol of U.S. imperial-minded domination. People,
which is why President Johnson began the process of negotiating a new treaty. So later, Kissinger signed the framework agreement.
Henry Kissinger told President Gerald Ford, this is not an issue we want to confront the world on. It looks like pure colonialism.
In 1977, Jimmy Carter finally conceded. When Panama took over, it established an independent government authority to run the canal for profit and to modernize it. And it became
Hey, this was during Karen?
Central America.
So long.
They made a major project, cost them some $6 billion, and it carries ships that can carry a load of 3 times bigger.
Changing gears.
Since then, it's become vital to U.S. trade.
Changing the plan.
High-bone approach, free deal, trust, first in the United States in the last decade. We can thank the Panama Canal. Now, really important strategic and overlooked aspect are liquid natural gas and propane gas exports from the United States that come down the Mississippi to go out the Gulf of Mexico, or I guess the Gulf of America now, and go through that canal. There's an entire American industry that depends upon that canal.
Made possible by the widened canal lane, for which the authority invested billions of dollars. It's planning to spend $2 billion more, since in recent years there's been so much less rain in Panama.
So the Panama Canal is rain dependent. So when you have a drought, then we need storage capacity, and that's the reason why we are looking into building a new reservoir so that we can create a lake to store water to overcome the drought.
But the U.S. is by far the canal's biggest customer. Now that tolls have gone up, shouldn't we get a break?
American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form.
The tolls have been increased. They've been increased because of a straight-up capitalist supply and demand issue. There's less water, there's changing rainfall, therefore they've charged more, but it's very transparent. You can go on the website and find out what the fees are.
Maybe the biggest controversy
There's a website?
is China's. A Hong Kong-based company, Hutchison, has run 2 of the canal's 5 ports since 1997.
Follow the old guy's lead.
That time, for a Hong Kong company, soon to be affiliated with China, of course, getting the contract for 25 years to manage the port on the Pacific side.
Hutchison still operates the 2 ports, and Chinese companies have since invested billions in Panama.
China's playing in our backyard. I think that's got a lot of people who are concerned. It's like one day we woke up and all of a sudden Panama and China are very tight. How did that happen?
So, does the Chinese presence pose a threat?
A port cannot block a canal. Okay, they don't have Chinese warships in the canal. There are no Chinese soldiers marching up and down the side of the canal.
On the other hand, China being there may be a concern for other reasons.
Chinese commercial expansion, wherever they go in the world, always brings with it issues of corruption, issues of environmental and labor violations, issues of unfair business practices.
And indeed, Panama has announced an audit of Hutchison, whose contract was extended in 2021.
I'm not trying to prejudge whatever the outcome is going to be. I'm just really looking for a process that is clear, transparent. If there is something to be delivered there, we have the courage, the government has the courage to move forward and proceed forward.
The audit and then be open about what's there. I think we'll see an American company be awarded that.
Hey, thanks.
Not of it. Panamanian operation by constitution is run by Panama. All these Panamanians are employed in the Panama Canal.
So how is Panamania?
Most Panamanians feel very strongly that the Panama Canal is Panamanian, but as to the real matter, is a transparent, very efficient operation and it is power.
There's been witness. They are wrong. They think that these are just things that are untrue and that they need to because
they're scared too, right?
Absolutely scared. Because this is the first message.
If you had to touch one thing that makes all Panamanians united on that flag, it is the Panama Canal. It is an absolutely existential part of their
and threats to the canal infrastructure could rile up what's long been our strongest non-left-wing ally in the region. PBS NewsHour, Baltimore.
Thanks. Changing the
2
plan.
years ago, Judy Woodruff began traveling the country to examine the roots of the vision for her series, America at a Crossroads. Tonight, she returns with a conversation with someone who has spent his life considering this question.
Fundamentally undermining the American constitutional order, changing it from being a democracy.
Now 84 years old, Harvard Professor Emeritus Robert Putnam has spent decades studying how American society evolved from one that, however flawed, was steadily moving toward greater connection, equality, cooperation, and cohesion.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
One that in more recent decades has been defined as growing isolation, distrust, inequality, and political discord.
Our recent election was a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal.
Hardly worth
all
the
of
effort.
these many betrayals that have taken place.
To the point that Putnam now worries these forces threaten to upend the Constitution.
They're talking about not obeying court orders. I mean, come on. That's the court system, better or worse, is currently the last bulwark of our democracy. So we're awfully close to breaking the bounds that have kept our democracy safe. How many people in the room are on a bowling league?
Paul Solomon first profiled Robert Putnam on this program 30 years ago. Putnam published his essay, Bowling Alone, which would become his groundbreaking book, showing that since the high water mark of the 1960s, Americans had become steadily more isolated, and that this was weakening civic engagement and undermining our democracy.
That is a primary cause of the Trump phenomenon. That's true, you can see it in the data, but you don't have to trust me. Steve Bannon has said publicly, when back in the day when they were trying to figure out how they could get Trump elected, they read this book by this crazy academic called Bowling Alone, and that guided their, I'm not proud of it, but that guided their strategy that they thought, had to be right, that when people are socially isolated, as we are in the future, they become vulnerable to populist abuse. So that's the first point. We are increasingly socially isolated, and that makes our country vulnerable to society the poor kids who live here now are living in a completely different universe than the rest of the distant town.
In 2015, Putnam chronicled another major concern.
Follow the old guy's lead.
Our kids. A growing gap between increasingly well-off, college-educated Americans and everyone else. Now one of the greatest predictors of who supports Donald Trump.
Well, until we fix the underlying problem, and especially you're constantly to that same kind of pressure for the same reason that you're vulnerable when you
I met Putnam last week just off Washington Square Park in Manhattan at Judson Memorial Church, founded in 1890 by American Baptist minister Edward Judson with money donated by John D. Rockefeller. The mission to provide aid and comfort to the poor immigrants living in the squalid tenements nearby.
You come and have a place that is beautiful to look at, away from what they were experiencing in the tenement houses.
Today, Putnam sees strong parallels between that era, the post-Civil War period known as the Gilded Age, and our own.
America was extremely polarized. Politics then was very tribal, just like it is now. Inequality was very high then. That was the last time the gap between rich and poor was anywhere near as large as it is now. So, very polarized, very unequal, very socially disconnected, very socially isolated, because then industrialization meant that millions of people had just moved from a village in Sicily or a village in Iowa, to the big city. They'd left their family and friends and connections behind, so they were very disconnected, just like we're very disconnected, and they were very self-centered, if I can put it that way. Americans in that period were focused on I and not on the we.
Putnam's most recent book, The Upswing, describes these many parallels in detail and how out of those challenges came an explosion of new civic, religious, and social groups. Boy Scouts, the NAACP, the Rotary Club, the General Federation of Women's Clubs, as well as the many reforms that came to be known as the Progressive Era, the federal income tax, women's suffrage, labor rights, and more, changing the course of the following decades.
All of a sudden we began to become more equal, less polarized, more connected, and a greater sense that we're all in this together.
What did they do?
Well, they're both positive and negative lessons, actually, I have to say. And I thought for sure, I knew what would change first. I thought it was the economics, and I thought maybe the economics would change first. We begin to have more equal economically, and then our politics would improve, and so on. The one thing that data show is that's not true. Economics was the last thing to change. So then what was the first thing to change? And to my shock, it was cultural change. It was a moral revival is the way I want to put it. People began to say, wait a minute, it's not all about us. We have obligations to other people.
One example he points to was the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire, just a few blocks from where we were speaking. In 1911, a fire broke out there in a sweatshop, trapping garment workers locked inside. Dozens jumped to their deaths. 146 women died in all, shocking the conscience of the city and beyond, including a young woman named Frances Perkins, who was having tea with friends nearby.
Up to that point, she had been thinking of herself as a debutante. And she said, that's evil. We have obligations to those people. Almost immediately, she became a social reformer right here in New York City, and eventually she became FDR's Secretary of Labor, the first woman cabinet member in American history, and it was all because of that moral moment in which she realized she had obligations to other people. And that's one example among what was happening a lot. I sort of think that it's going to be hard for us to turn things around in America until we begin to recognize we have obligations to other people that are at least as important as ours.
This is a film about why you should join a club, and why the fate of America depends on it.
Putnam's life story and work have been recently captured in the documentary Join or Die, encouraging people across the country, especially young people, to again seek out organization and connection in their own communities, to find issues they're passionate about, and to effect change from the bottom up, like the progressives did, but to also go beyond that movement to include Americans of all colors, backgrounds, and beliefs. One of your points is that this is something that happened at the grassroots.
Bobbing and weaving.
From the White House, handed down.
Or Harvard, whatever.
Do you believe that the ingredients are there for that to happen again?
It is happening. I mean, not enough of it. We need to, well, your show, this whole thing, you and I both know from our own personal...
Time to pull the old switcheroo!
This is happening, and a lot more that is needed. But that's where it'll begin. I'm not a determinist. I don't think any of these things are very I don't think it's very easy to happen. I don't think there was some,
follow the old guy's lead.
Guys or God or something that saying, oh, there will be a progression. I think it's happened because a smallish number of young people around 1919 and 1920 decided.
Hardly worth the effort.
Like, Frances Perkins, right here, she decided then she was going to help change America. It was not inevitable. It is not inevitable this time, but it could happen. That's why I'm saying the distinction between will it happen. I don't know whether it will happen, but I know it could happen because it did happen.
And that will be the focus of many of our stories this year. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Judy Woodruff in New York.
And that is the NewsHour for tonight. I'm Jeff Bennett. For all of us here at the PBS NewsHour, thanks for spending part of your evening with us.
Major funding for the PBS NewsHour has been provided by...
On an American Cruise Line's journey, travelers experience the maritime heritage and culture of the Maine coast and New England islands. Our fleet of small cruise ships explore American landscapes, seaside villages, and historic harbors, where you can experience local customs and cuisine. American Cruise Lines, proud sponsor of PBS NewsHour.
I love seeing interns succeed. I love seeing them come back and join engagement teams and seeing where they go from there. I get to watch their personal growth. It makes my heart happy.
Changing the play.
Friends of the NewsHour, including Jim and Nancy Bilton, and the Robert and Virginia Schiller Foundation. The Ford Foundation, working with visionaries on the front lines of social change worldwide. Funding for America at a Crossroads.
Hold it together.
And with the ongoing support of these individuals and institutions.
That's you. Done.
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. This is PBS NewsHour West from the David M. Rubenstein Studio at WETA in Washington and from our bureau at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.
You're watching PBS.
My bad. I definitely wanted to watch that. sure if I remember how this game works. Yeah.
The training never ends. Ultimate ready. Empowered. Charged up. Submit to the Empire.
Oopsie.
Empowered. Can't do that. You failed to challenge me. Even better. Can't do that. Ultimate ready. Why even try? My ultimate's ready. Charged up. Getting vision. Bombs out. Taking the shot.
They revert this? I could have sworn.
This shot's gonna running hot.
That's just like going. I might be thinking about this too much. I don't think I'm thinking about it enough. I was tempted to like turn on League, and then I remembered this game existed.
Ult at our disposal. One less of you.
Can't do that.
I remember now. Oh, I'm so dumb. Man, it's taking a while. Holy shit. Well,
Spin up the turbines. We're going in.
Choose wisely.
Let's fly.
Called to battle.
Wind's blowing. Time to fly.
Roger that. Roger that.
Revive me.
Roger that. Roger that. Roger that.
What's up?
Roger that.
The storm's closure will be predictable today.
I know just the spot to take us.
Found a bomb.
You have received a quest.
Enemy in sight.
They are attacking.
Allies in combat.
Sorry, can't.
Enemy squad halfway
Hitting my
down.
shots today.
Triple
2
knock.
shots, 1 knock.
Their squad's almost finished.
I'm stunned. Clearing space. Found some food. Switching armor.
Careful, guys.
Quest received. Base camp captured. Warning, storm closing.
Flashy.
Stay safe. You have a teammate coming in on your position.
Head here.
you lost one?
Enemy here. Getting hit.
Sorry, can't. They're not. See ya never. Pop. Double tapped one. Healing, 1 sec.
Base camp captured.
Let's go here.
Meteor beast incoming.
Head here. Let's go here.
Your oracle is online. We're losing the signal. No more free respawns. Vault open.
Charged up.
Storm tightening.
This seems fun. Yes, camp.
Base camp captured. You have received a quest.
They're on me. Get in there. Give up. Let's mix things up.
More enemies. Watch out. Another squad's here. There's more of them.
Half your squad is down.
Second hit got him.
Enemy squad halfway
Shots
down.
at a time. We're getting somewhere.
This squad's almost finished.
I'd say I'll remember you, but your fight's over. The storm's closing in. Sun's out.
Hey, Nightwolf, how's it going? Thanks for the lurk. Shut up. Oh wait, that worked. That's that guy left.
Select your hunter.
Let's fly.
Oh, I don't want to be drop later. I'm not feeling it today. This is my first night back. I haven't played this game in a minute.
Spin up the turbines. We're going in.
Winds blowing. Time to fly.
Every moment an opportunity. Good day.
See a lot of this guy. Death. I should play a healer eventually. Also just lurking, and somehow I got bronchitis. I'm so. That's actually. I feel like that's getting around. I've heard more than one person like say that they're getting sick lately. So hope I don't catch it. I hope you feel better though. Hope you feel better. Seriously. But a lot of people are getting sick from like a cold or bronchitis. I personally haven't had bronchitis in a minute. I actually used to get it a lot during college, when I think about it.
Quest received.
Oh my god, it was taking so long. Getting shit wrong. Okay. I hear something. Oh shit.
Enemy squad halfway down. That squad has only one survivor. Quest successful.
I think that's their last member.
Base camp captured.
Uh-oh, I'm really hurt.
Flashy.
I'm not, and it's all my fault.
The storm is closing.
Healing up.
just eliminated a team. Help out with it. Hopefully it's short-lived. I got a billion kids, so it's bound to happen. Oh yeah, those little like germ incubators, aren't they? Where's his teammate? He tried. I have it. I thought. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I found it hard to believe he attacked us by himself. You gotta stick to this incubation is guaranteed. Yeah. But kids are definitely a blessing. That's for sure. A blessing that comes with a price. Aha. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Detecting a meteor beast.
I hear something. Shit. Yeah, that was quick.
Half that squad is down.
They kind of walked into that. Like, I didn't have to do much.
It's chaotic out there. No more free respawns. Storm tightening.
Charged up.
Hear that. I wasted my ult. Okay.
Their squad's almost finished.
I should definitely kill this guy.
That one's finished.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know that was coming. Oh, shit. That's fucked up. No, don't kill me, please. That'll be good. I didn't even know it was coming. This is what happens when you don't play a game for a very long time. Forget the rules. The basic rules. Shit. That's where we're going. This game is underrated. It really is. I don't know why it took me so long to get back to it. I can't. Sometimes I can't explain my actions.
Enemy neutralized.
Oh shit! What? Oh, you're gonna, no, you're gonna die. Okay, how many? Yeah, I noticed. Getting hit? No, I'm not. Okay, good. Busy. That's a knock. The storm. No, not right now. Seriously, bro. Don't you see the storm behind us? Why are you fighting? Are you stupid? Some people just want to fight. They fighting over there? They are. Oh, I just needed one.
Let go into dust.
I'm the same way. I too have many 1, 2 unfinished games. Yeah, no, seriously. And these are like riot deaths. Like when this game first came out, like they definitely did a good job with this one. Oh my god. Oh, stop. Stop killing my friends. Hello. Why didn't I fire? There we go. They're fucking with me. They are getting awfully dually. Wait, they're fighting? What the fuck? They're fighting.
Their squad's almost finished. Another squad's here.
I didn't know they were fighting. Are we in the end game? How many squads are left? Only half? How many of these motherfuckers I've killed so far? Oh my gosh. I noticed. Gotcha. Oh my gosh. Stop fucking with me. Got you. Yo, you're next, buddy. Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. What the fuck? No, 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 no. Goodbye. Oh my god, how many more of them are there? Keep showing up. What the fuck is this shit? Dude, this is a party, bro. Am I the last? It said the last. Yeah, it said I was the last one alive. Oh my gosh. Got you. No, stop it. Oh my god, please don't. Please don't do this to me. Please. Oh, fuck. Where? I see it. think someone's beating me to it. Fuck. Please, no. Where's the beacon? Ah! Nope, not fighting you. Shit. Oh my god. I could have lost that one. Wow, that was an impressive game. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually missed this. How I do it? Yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah, this game's not really hooked. Happy Wednesday, man. I need to play this tomorrow. I'll probably play this tomorrow. That was rather refreshing. And it's not like, and it's not like, I don't know if you've ever played like League of Legends, but it's not toxic like League of Legends. At least that's how it feels. In fact, I think the last time I played this game, like, it wasn't toxic either. Which is rare in like an online game. It's like non-toxic online game. I as well find a unicorn in the wild in Florida.
Very well. Showtime.
Is my click command still there? Yeah, it's still there. No, I'm not taking enough. I should. Well, that means I have to take my hands off the game, and onto like the chat screen, and then type in clip, and then someone might like decide to jump me while I'm doing that. The whole mess.
action.
This is our domain.
Follow me here.
Quest received.
Aye, aye.
Base camp captured. Quest completed.
There we go.
Yep. Read my mind.
You have received a quest.
Vault in sight.
Quest successful.
Power in my possession.
Needed that. There's an enemy here.
The storm is closing.
Keep them at bay.
Allies fighting.
Oh no.
I've been stunned. I've taken one down. Downed one. Rare gift.
Enemy down.
Another squad. Take care.
That squad has only one survivor.
Knocked him flat.
Quest received.
Well, they're dead.
Oh, that's what that does. I was wondering why I was being teleported in places I was not being.
There's an enemy.
Fall before me.
Well, kill him.
Quest completed.
Took one down. Elegantly, I might add.
My way.
Base camp captured.
Follow me here. Let's go here.
I have eyes. Allies in combat.
What? Hold on. I wasn't there. That kind of sucks. Took them out fast.
We're losing the signal. No more free respawns. Base camp has spotted an enemy. Storm tightening.
Recalling now.
Heading back to camp. Returning to camp.
Going back to base.
All at our disposal.
Let go into dust.
You have received a quest. Base camp has sighted an enemy.
I see an enemy. Take care. Clear the stage. Sorry, I can't.
Enemy squad halfway eliminated.
I'm stunned.
Quest successful.
Awesome sauce.
Rare gift.
Allies fighting.
Huh? Woo! Okay.
Their squad's almost finished.
40.
Follow me here. One less squad in the way. I'm healing myself.
Enemy in base camp vision.
Yeah, they just we're not even coming to them. They're coming to us. They just show it.
Is under attack.
Let it go. Goodbye.
Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Oh, you're fucked.
That one's
Oh
down.
my god. You just have to wait near a base camp. Oh, what was that? Shit. Okay.
Knocked an enemy.
I think that was an attempt to make a play.
Cold heart as
Incoming hostiles.
The storm.
I don't see him. Oh, okay.
Enemy down.
rare gift.
Does he know his teammates are dying? Oh, yeah, okay. The meteor soul.
Be careful.
This must be what they were after. That's why they keep coming. Wait, where?
Enemy squad halfway down.
I downed one.
What the?
The squads are gone.
A rare gift.
I wasn't even there. He just took them out.
Let's go here.
What?
I sense
They not see the meteor soul? I bet. Oh, you know what? No, that wouldn't have been a good idea because like it's outside. It's out. The storm will go catch us. So that makes sense. I can see why they want to move.
Base camp captured. The eye of the storm is on the move.
Locating. Disregard.
Follow me here.
I'm trying.
Let's go here. Another squad. Take care. Time to shine.
Damn it, there's more of them. Fall before me.
Yeah.
Multiple threats here.
The final abyssal has appeared.
At me.
Enemy down.
Base camp has sighted an enemy.
I think those ones are done.
4 teams remain. Your base camp is under
Time
attack.
to shine.
Oh boy.
Enemy squad halfway eliminated.
One enemy down. More attackers incoming. One less distraction.
Oh god. Please don't kill me. I would love to live.
Intruders. How rude.
Not that. That one's down.
I've knocked one. Sorry, I can't.
Wait. Oh no, not yet. Fuck.
There we go.
That one's down. Those ones are done.
Together, we can do anything. Let's fly.
One more ride.
Not all deaths are endings.
My mic was muted this whole time.
Another mission. Good.
I don't know how it gets like that. It's a good night to play this game. This is fun. This is fun.
Expect regular airdrops today.
I'll take us in.
Enemy squad halfway downed. Their squad's almost finished.
Needed that.
You have received a quest. Base camp captured.
A rare gift.
Vault open. Quest received. Warning, storm closing.
Okay, I'm good. Do I have a lot? I don't have a lot of money. We're split up.
Allies fighting.
That's enough. Your light's gone out. Good night.
You should kill your prey.
An allied oracle is scanning.
A rare gift.
Is that a vault? That's not open. Oh, we're fighting. Oh shit.
Enemy squad halfway Prey eliminated. Quest completed.
Enemy knocked.
Sorry, I can't.
Running strong.
That squad has only one survivor. Meteor Beast incoming.
Rare gift. Hold still.
It's chaotic out there. No more free respawn. Vault cracked. Storm tightening.
Armored up. Power at my disposal.
It's literally a money tree.
Ult at our disposal.
Tango down.
Healing you. I'm healing.
You hear that? Respawn.
Eyes on an enemy. Stay put.
Knocked one. Let's keep going.
A rare gift.
Half the squads have been eliminated.
Nobody remembers to execute their guy. They're done with it. Nobody remembers to do that. Everybody just leaves him lingering. We finished him off.
Hold still.
Am I reading that right? There's only 5 teams. I'm remembering how this game works.
Knocked an
Half
enemy.
the
Knocked down.
A rare gift.
Their squad's almost finished.
Healing up.
The storm's eye is drifting. Move carefully.
Power secured.
Enemies have captured a meteor soul.
Healing. 1 sec.
Enemy Oracle online.
Oh my god.
Half your team remains.
Oh, we're gonna wipe. Oh shit. Oh wow. Oh, we had to lose sometime. I had to lose sometime. Yeah, I revived. I did revive. Was proud of it. Even though they just died again. At full health.
Enemies have captured a soul. An enemy oracle is scanning.
I don't know this champion. I think this is a new one. They came out with 2 new heroes since this game came out.
Enemies have captured a meteor soul.
What's he doing?
Select your hunter.
Not all deaths are endings.
Not even 2 hours?
I'll make your death special.
You smell that blood in the air?
Let's light this match.
Roger that.
Favorable weather. You're in luck.
I'll take us in.
You have received a quest.
Move here. Be careful.
Ow.
Base camp captured.
Can I pick this up? Jesus. This is literally legendary armor.
Storm tightening. Base camp captured. Vault cracked.
A rare gift. Stay put. Sorry, I can't. Ult at our disposal.
Lucky me.
Quest received. Detecting a meteor beast. Vault open.
Power at my disposal.
We're losing the signal. No more free respawns. The storm is closing.
Recalling. Heading back to camp.
Recalling. Be advised.
shit. I was wondering when I was going to get an upgrade. Oof. Wondering and concerned. But I was never going to get one. That's way too far away.
Half the squads are gone.
About to lose objective again. That's like right there.
Four teams remain. Left. Gotta heal. 1 second.
I don't like that there are 3 teams left. I didn't get a lot of items. My items are garbage right now. Means that like the teams have like whoever's at the end is going to be strong, and I am not. I am. Look at that. Look at that. That's nothing.
Half your allies are down. Hold still.
Oh my gosh. Not good. Finally, I got a heal off. Oh my gosh.
Final showdown. Rare gift.
Me and my nothing items.
You're the only one left.
I told you. I just have all my items were garbage. And then we're gonna lose. I had a feeling. I didn't know. I had a feeling. Same thing. What's this? Even though I had some. Battle Pass getting accelerated, getting there. Okay, yeah. I noticed. I'm cute, right? Yeah, I'm cute. I'm not used to like. I've been playing other games with like cute is instant. Yeah, back in the game now. Here, it's fine, really, it is.
Let's light this match.
Ready to cause a little mayhem? Not all deaths are endings.
Weather's clear. Good luck.
Calling the drop.
You have received a quest.
Or bloodthirsty tonight. Jesus. Quest is always killing players. Never kill minions. Something simpler. What players are we killing, guys? They're near us.
I see an enemy.
Enemy squad halfway eliminated. Their squad's almost finished. Quest successful. Quest received.
Let's keep going. Need to heal.
That one's finished.
I spoke too soon. He by himself? Did he literally do that by himself?
Quest completed. camp vision.
Healing up.
Be careful.
You have received a quest.
Needed that.
He's right.
Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Great! No, Felix!
Enemy in base camp vision.
Rest now. We've got company.
I took the base camp.
Sorry, I can't.
Knocked one. Let's keep going. Done with those shots.
All at our disposal.
I took the base camp.
We got company. They're down.
Base camp has spotted an enemy.
End this.
Meteor beast incoming.
Gather around me. Go on.
And for my
Time to
final
end
trick.
this.
Enemy in base camp
You
vision.
should've stayed home.
Sorry, I can't. Stay put.
Downed an enemy.
Enemy squad halfway downed.
Rare gift.
It's chaotic out there. No more free respawns.
Hold still.
The storm is closing.
There we go.
One's coming. Okay, got you.
Need to heal.
Be careful.
No! Someone got cocky.
Rest now.
Yeah, my items are much better now.
Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Rare gift.
Oh, I'm about to fucking die, bro.
Enemy knocked.
That squad has only one survivor.
Time to end this.
I hear that.
One less of you.
Enough there, Candle.
eliminated.
Holy shit.
Four teams remain.
I don't think that's ideal. Ideal, no. I can't believe they came over here.
Three teams left. Enemy in base camp vision.
Heading back to camp.
We got company.
Got another one. Another team, heads up. Knocked one. Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Going back to base.
Recall that. Scratch that.
Be careful.
Quest received.
Be careful.
Hey, enemy here. We've got company. Their squad's almost finished. Warning, storm closing. Final showdown.
Together, we can do anything.
I'm in bad shape.
What's happening? Oh my gosh. Okay, uptime. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let's have a party invite. Where'd it go? Oh, I gotta fix that. Does that show up? Hold on. Has that been showing up on my... Fix that. My bot shouldn't be showing up on my stream as like text. I changed the name of my bot, that's why.
One more ride.
I'll make your death special. Not all deaths are endings.
favorable weather today. Welcome to the Sky Realms.
Wait, I'm drop leader? Oh, get ready.
You have received a quest.
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't.
Base camp captured.
Let's go here. Enemy here.
There are more than we thought. Take care.
More enemies incoming. Fire. Of course. Not too slack. Damn it, there's more of them. Tango down.
Half that squad is down. That squad has only one survivor.
Sorry, I can't. Hold still. A rare gift.
The storm is closing.
Enemy spotted. Needed that.
Oh, I picked up the wrong ship.
One down. Launching a C-minus 10. Move up.
Base camp captured. Vault cracked.
Armored up. Found him.
Quest successful.
One enemy down. Rare gift.
Quest received.
That's better. Yeah, I'm way more comfortable killing people. Jesus.
Knocked him flat.
Your base camp is under attack. Quest completed. You have received a quest.
I'll put this to good use.
captured. We're losing the signal. No more free respawns. Warning. Storm closing.
Ult at our disposal.
Base camp captured. It is daylight. Violence will have deadly consequences.
Let's go here.
Oh, did they get off? They got off. I did get off in the middle of the storm.
Hold still. I'm healing. Sorry, I can't. There we go.
Let's go here.
A rare gift.
Oh. Let's go. Okay. That was gonna be a bad idea. Come to me, come to me, come to me.
Their squad's almost finished.
Their squad's finished.
Oh shit.
Rare gift. That one's close. I'm sorry.
Didn't get anything out of that.
Stay inside as the safe zone moves.
Got him.
4 teams remain.
Thank you.
Enemy in base camp vision. Enemy squad halfway down.
Oh, nope.
The armor I deserve. Got my mid.
Rare gift.
I am almost dead. Ah.
Myself.
Group up.
Oh, they are there. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Bye-bye.
Base camp captured.
Stay put. Be careful.
Warning. Storm closing.
Could be useful.
I'm healing.
There's loot here.
Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Yes, aim for the heroes first. Classic. Let's see.
I see an enemy.
Allies fighting. Half that squad is down.
One enemy down. They're all taking
Right here.
Final showdown.
Gotta heal.
Final abyssal defeated. Base camp has sighted an enemy.
Be careful.
No, don't die.
Base camp vision.
Submit to the Emperor.
The storm is closing.
I'll take OG.
Choose wisely.
Not all deaths are endings.
It was Cthulhu. I was planning that to be my last game, but I decided against it. I'm having too much fun.
This is gonna get rowdy. Hello.
Widespread tornadoes sighted.
I'll take a sin.
Quest received.
There you go.
It's too legendary.
Gold armor, good to go. The armor I deserve.
Dang, they're dropping like flies.
Sorry, I can't.
Base camp captured.
Needed that.
Let's go here.
Storm tightening.
Let's go here.
Quest completed. squad halfway eliminated. That squad has only one survivor.
Cleared him out. One down.
Ult at our disposal.
Let's go here.
Enemy knocked. Stay put.
Meteor Beast incoming.
What was that?
Truly special. Be well.
It's chaotic out there. No more free respawns.
Hold still.
Warning. Storm closing.
There we go.
Base camp captured.
Stay put.
Half the squads have been eliminated.
Now that's a piece of gear.
Your oracle is online.
Let's go here.
Enemy spotted.
Sorry, I can't.
You're not paying attention. Oh, don't die.
Half your team remains.
Oh. Oh, no, 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 nope, nope. Get away from me. Get away from me. God damn it. I felt that. Okay. Yeah, lucky.
Enemy oracle online.
Every opening. One more ride.
Very well. Showtime. Not all deaths are endings.
I had a nuke and I didn't use it. I just realized that. I mean, even more upset. I started lurking. I'm a lurker for sure. Thanks for the lurk. I'm gonna stop eventually. Probably after this match. It's gonna be a hard stop this time. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. There's actually a lurk command, I think.
Expect regular airdrops today.
Leave the drop to me.
Yeah, I had to make that noise too. No lurking, like.
You have received a quest. Quest successful.
Let's go here.
Follow me here.
Quest received.
You do need the best skin actually. So I don't think I have the funds to. Actually, I do have the funds. Yeah, just basic upgrades and perfect.
The storm is closing.
He just showed up.
Enemy squad halfway down. Quest completed.
Let me grab this.
Base camp captured. Base camp has spotted an enemy.
Why am I missing that so much?
Enemy in base. You have received a quest.
Open our disposal. Your life is
oh, shit! Oh, that was close.
Their squad almost finished.
Resurrecting now.
Somebody died?
I'm stunned. Enemy down. Stunning, aren't they? Rare gift.
The storm is ramping up. No more free respawns.
I've been stunned. Sorry, I can't.
That was meant for me, bro. I saw that. Oh no. Get away from me.
Enemy squad halfway eliminated.
Oh. Fucking hell, bro.
Enemy down. They're gone for good. Rest now.
Base camp has sighted an enemy.
Heading back to camp.
Allies in combat.
I seen him.
One enemy down. There's us.
Are they fighting?
Be careful.
Yeah, I can't see you. That's why you got knocked. Where are they?
That squad has only one survivor.
That is not who I meant that for.
Storm closing.
No, 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 no!
Your squad is down.
Stop. 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 Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh my god. Gender attack. I feel like I handled that poorly.
Half the squads are gone.
Something worth wearing.
You are literally the only.
Keep them at bay.
Oh my god. Oh wow, she just 3v1'd them.
Four teams remain.
Spiked. Oh dear. Fashionable and offensive.
What the fuck? What is going on? Do they not know how that move works? They keep getting caught by it. That's so it's fucking insane. This is so crazy. Look at this shit.
Final showdown. The storm is closing.
My God, that was insane. Yo, literally. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Good night. That was fun. That was a good note. I love it. Okay, I have to play this game more and maybe pick her up. Have a good night. Bye.